I had wrote a book called Snitching, and I'm gonna be, and I learned this from dealing with a lot of people in the street and talking to people and doing research. All snitches are not on paper. People snitching all day, every day. Y'all dapping up with niggas that's out here snitching and don't even know it. I have a detective that tell me he got dudes got him on speed dial. Whenever something
Super.
going down, they call him, and to keep them off they ass, they telling everything. So you just got to be careful with everybody. One of my friends is an ex parole officer. She said you got to watch the niggas that's coming out on parole, because if a nigga on a block that they don't want on a block, they telling. Everybody ain't on paper. Listen, the streets ain't never been fair to me, you know, and that's just to be honest. The first rule of human nature is self preservation, and that's why you have snitches. People are gonna make sure they good first, no matter what, and that's just it. And we just have to come to the realization that snitching will never end. It's been going on for years. I know mob bosses who snitched many years ago, way before some of these new guys that did it. So it's nothing new. Is it right or wrong? The thing is, me personally, because people try to step on my neck because I'm cool with certain people. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. It's too many other things I could be concerned with than about who out here snitching, because that's not going to stop. You just got to stay out the way. Stay the fuck out the way and make your circle small. Get in there, Rico. Come on. The thing is, people watch Paid in Full and think that they know everything. Again, TV is for entertainment purposes only, and the whole story was not told. But when he do tell a story, then people gonna be like, damn, really? You understand what I'm saying?
What's good, King?
Max, what's happening?
Happy New Year's, fam.
Happy New Year. Better 2021 for all of us. Get money, health, stay free.
Exactly.
You already know. Happy New Year to all my fellas. We doing it.
Peace.
Now, him snitching, at the end of the day, he did what he had to do for him, and it is what it is. And he wear that snitch hat. He ain't
Yep.
nobody that's running from it. That's one thing I can respect. He said, T, I did what I did, and I know people don't like it. I'm gonna wear that hat because that's what I did. But he said at the end of the day, when they was going to talk about, doing things to my family and, death row, we never know. We never know. And I don't give a fuck how you feel about snitches saying I'll never do this. We never know what we gonna do until we sitting at that table and that death penalty paper is in front of us. We never know how we gonna stand up. Because if I'm gonna tell you right
That's a
now,
fact.
back in the days when I was selling keys of cocaine out my mother's house, instead of doing it from my own house, ain't no way in hell I would let my mother go to jail for nothing. My mother wasn't in that life. She didn't really know what I was doing. She knew, but she didn't know, you know. But I ain't gonna let my mother. I don't know what I would have did at 21 years old, and they talking about they gonna put the guard in jail. Talking about my mother. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm one of the strong. I'm stronger than half these niggas out here in the street. But I don't think I would ever let my mom go down. So we just never know what we're going to do until we are put in a position, you know. And it is what it is, and that's just the honest truth. Sometimes we got to be honest with ourselves. We don't know what we're going to do. We can say it all day. I ain't no snitch. I'm going to stand my ground. And I respect those who say that and believe that. I really do. But until you're in that position, you just never know. Nicky Barnes ain't snitch until 5 years after he was in, right? Now, why did he do that? Because number one, he created them to be bosses. He allowed them to be bosses and make money, right? But you go in, nobody's taking care of you. Then you start fucking his wife, his mistress, and you say fuck him. I do feel differently when it comes to that little young boy, Takashi 69, and I'm gonna tell you why. He's not a gangster. He should have never been down in the first fucking place. That's my. And then you go and you do crazy shit, and he the one that's helping y'all get money. And it's like you gotta again keep your circle small. Know who the fuck you putting down with you, because then let me tell you something. It's a story in one of my book real quick. A guy's doing 50 years right now because his man snitched on him, and you know what he said? He was okay with it because he knew this nigga wasn't built like that. Sometimes we gotta take accountability for who the fuck we got down with us. You got to be aware of who you got down with you. We got to take accountability at some point and not get mad at the decisions we made.